get black as the moon, black as the melanin in my skin. I'm still healing from wounds, so Lord forgive me if I sin. I can't help but choose violence on the daily. I'm him, I refuse to lose, so don't make me repeat it again. When I reignite the culture, the vultures are not impressed. Dropping bombs on them like I'm obsessed. Kill them off with no emotion, like I got a hole in my chest. I'm the king and I'm taking the crown back to the west.
Come again, you the king? Nah. You need to turn your sound down. Putting rap on your back. Please. You just snatching crowns now. You know my big bro cold. Could've beat your ass around town. But I'm the wolf at the door, so you dealing with me now. Why they came back around? Cause this boy got a loud mouth. He got the bag now, but that's nothing to brag about. Sound blast in the background, in the cut like I cut pounds. You in uptown, I'm from down south. I smell fear like a bloodhound. Why the hell your drawers looking so brown? Put that crown down, I'm liable to crash out. If they don't give me mine, hit you with my streamline. Send my 50 times. The crown ain't yours, but yo, I can't blame you for trying it. Big bro showed us the way, and now I'm making sure I'm next in line. Y'all think you're deep? I need the crown like I need to breathe. I need respect, I got people to feed. I get that W by any means. Of course, a king, I do not disagree, but understand I'm out of your league. Enough is enough. You think you up next? Please, I roll you up like I'm smoking some trees. Make me too mad and I'm making you bleed. If they try running, I'm breaking their knees. I made them fall like some autumn leaves. I'm not the king yet, but I'm planting the seeds. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. I do not stutter, there's no in between. If I enter the ring, then I'm making a scene. Then I'm making them scream.
How does one rise from the ashes? How does one know what the hummingbird sings?
Hummingbird sing.
All the young lions wanna roar. One of them becomes the king.
How does one rise from the ashes? How does one know what the hummingbird sings? When all the young lions roar like thunder, who among them becomes a king? Another thing is like
If y'all got a few problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but being a bitch ain't one. Rock Nation Empire, blueprint in the vault. Every brick I flip turn to gold, that's all I know.
Whoever putting money on my head ain't surviving. You ain't getting rich off me, but homie, you could die trying. I'm the undefeated king of queens, getting straight dubs. My bulletproof vest about to be covered in your blood. If you talk smack, get clapped, diced up and slaughtered. Y'all, you looking kinda pale, need some vitamin water, dog. Heed the prophecy, you don't know what's on the line. Ignoring signs, just summon the destruction of space and time.
Give a damn about your prophecy, you ain't seen what I saw. The Illmatic Oracle, been him since 94. Most critically acclaimed, my style second to none. You talk about kings in the presence of God's son. I hear you prophesize, but do you see the big picture? I pen scrolls and shadows where the street lights flicker. Flow like hieroglyphic scripture, make the weak hearts quiver. Eyes flow so cold it'll make Lucifer shiver.
Here we go, shaking stadiums, a shady spit this flow. Do they know? If you piss me off, I'll go ballistic, bro. These kings looking like bozos. I'm wondering if I should snatch that gold. Hell no, that's just a joke. What's a king to a rap god, yo? Shady to see to the 8 miles in my jutsu ain't no need for combs. Get so close, I'll lose my shit and carve my name onto your bones. We use my comatose, believe I'm not here to save souls. I'm going in until I know the prophecy wanna fall as fuck though.
I grip the steel barrel, kissing your dome piece. Down in the pipe, like a heavyweight, I'm obese, cause I eat beats. My temper's hard to manage. I'm a Brooklyn savage, leaving all your bones damaged. Stage killer, brick flipper, the Ciroc sipper. Your ass techniques, sounding like my butt cheeks. I got bars so beef, send you back to your roots. Stash the weak MC's boots and leave his drawers with streaks.
Stop the with the dragon.
Hello.
Big boss, so come my AC broke up in the
Hello, hello. it is time once again for everybody to get on board the Toku train, baby, because it is Saturday night. You know what that means. Do you know what this means? I don't think you know what this means. Do you know what this means? Do you? Because I don't think you know. Do you know? I don't think you know. Today is ZETZ Day, which means it is time once again for the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan. I am, of course, your host with the most, the mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2286, call sign Henshin. How's everyone doing tonight? Where we are tonight on the cusp of what is possibly the biggest turning point in a series, in a Kamen Rider series in history. Apparently, and I just heard this before I went live, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they know this, but it looks like today, no intro, cold open. No intro, cold open. That, my friends, is that's when you know. That's when you know we into some heavy shit. That's how you know. And with so much that happened at the end of last episode, like, I feel like it's time. It's time for us to finally, like, for everything to be blown open. Because at that point, I feel like at this point, this is going to be the biggest psychotic break that Baku is going to, well, I guess 7 now, because he renounced that name. So this is looking to be quite possibly the biggest mental breakdown 7 is going to ever have. And well, if that triggers something, I don't know. I feel like it's going to trigger something, but what that something is, I do not know. There's definitely something going on. We are in for what is quite possibly the most lore-heavy episode we've gotten in this entire series. Bombs are about to be dropped today. I feel it in my gut, man. I feel it in my gut. Like, you can't even, like, tell me... You can't even tell me that, like, nah, shit's not happening. Like, shit's happening. Like, things are going to happen, y'all. And we are on the cusp of having all of our brains broken tonight. So ultimately, I, as many others, are ready. We are ready to experience what is quite possibly the heaviest thing we have ever seen. I feel like we're gonna leave out of this episode. Someone's leaving this episode with teary eyes, I feel. With souls broken. Like, maybe I'm like getting ahead of myself. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but it definitely feels like something heartbreaking is gonna happen. The preview itself already kind of sets it up like, yeah, some heavy shit's going down. You know? So we need to brace ourselves. We need to be absolutely upfront, ready for anything. Because the way things are going right now, with the story, the way things are going, we are in for an absolute bomb. We are in for an absolute bomb of emotions. Gonna hit you right there in the feels, man. And you know what also happened? They literally teased it in the teaser. This is the midpoint where the hero lets out that long ass yell that, like, is literally signifies that something's changing. This is when he hits the wall, as it were, which means either someone dying today or everything he thought he knew was just shattered in an instant. We are looking at heavy shit. Like, I feel like I'm being repetitive, But I can't understate that, like, this is going to change some shit in the story. But I feel like actually someone that we give a fuck about is going to die. I don't know who, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but it definitely feels like something's going to happen, and by that happening, all hell breaks loose. There's that feeling, that sensation that something's going to go wrong. And I can't help but feel concerned. All right? I feel like all of us tonight are going to end up concerned by what's going to go down. Ultimately, I'm ready. Whew. I am so ready to have my emotions manipulated in the best way. We're about a minute 30 in. Let's head over to our cinema. Let us get ready for some greatness, folks. Let's get ready. Situate yourselves here in the Henshin Cinema. Let's get ready. All right, there it is on the screen, blurred for copyright reasons, but it's there. It's there. So if you guys look at that and you see that it's blurred, you're watching the VOD of this, you can easily pull up the episode yourself and watch along with us. But I would recommend if you are in the chat right now to please go to the main Tokusatsu feed. Obviously because I say this every time, I don't need the numbers during the show as much as Tokusatsu does. Give them the numbers, and then after the show, come on back and let's dissect what we just watched, okay? That's how this show works, but if you want to have me on in the background while you're watching the episode right now, I do not blame you. Obviously, you will be able to be in sync with the stream because we are watching the live feed as well, so you should be able to get that down. But let's get ready. 30 seconds. Mentally check yourselves at the door because this shit gonna go hard. This shit gonna hit. And it gonna hit like a bus filled with trucks. Just, I feel it in my bones, man. Like, something gonna happen. Something gonna happen. All right, here we go. 5 minutes. 5 seconds. Here we go. Wait! They just went into the intro! What the? Huh. Just not even like a preamble. We're going in, baby. We're going in. Actually, it makes sense because he did the intro as Baku before. 7 don't do intros, I think. Maybe? I don't know. But, they're going straight into the intro. We in for some shit. Oh, no. I got a vamp. Oh, no. This is just confirming my fears. Yeah, they're starting with the intro off the rip because we got lore to get into tonight. We here, baby. Which is interesting, they didn't update the intro for everything that's happened. Nox is dead, motherfucker. Why is he still in the intro? He dead. They didn't update this shit. They didn't update it at all. Let's go ahead and just turn that up just a smidge. Why does that feel longer, that walk? It's time, baby. Please. How does she know? How does she know? Oh. Oh, jeez.
これは夢じゃない現実誰コードナンバー2
Oh.
そう呼ばれていたことはあった
She was the number 2 lady in charge. Oh, shit.
あなたがお母さん しょ。悪夢の20年間だった
20 years planning this shit?
あの
What?
日から。
What's that scar? Where'd that scar come from?
かつて私は
Oh!
ドリームラーニングの後遺症でナイトメアの悪夢に苦しんでいた。
Wait, what? What the?
その時さぞ
Ah. Wait, what the fuck?
ナイトメアが現実に生み出した命を
Holy shit! So Nem is a nightmare baby! What the fuck?
私信じられないでしょう。でもコードはゼロ。これではミッションは続行できない。誰か面倒を見られる人を。
安心しろ。あとはこちらで処理する。
処理。
その子は悪夢が生んだレプリカ。貴重な研究対象だからな。
A replica! 失礼します。 Oh, she went wrong! That's... Oh, wow! Whoa! This is opening up huge.
私の子よ。小さな命を守らなければならない。私のそばで陰謀に巻き込まれないようにと、あなたと別れる道を選んだ。あなたの姿を影からずっと見守って。
This is some heavy shit, brother. Holy fuck.
でも事故にあって昏睡状態になったと知って、あなたの目を覚ますために夢とつながるあの空間を作り上げた。
みんなに悪夢を見せて苦しめていたのはあなた。
セブンは期待に応えてくれたわ。
え？
なんで夢の中に会いに来なかったの？
眠れば私の夢を通してコードがあなたにたどり着く。あの日から一度も寝てないの。
Are you for... Oh! You've been awake for 20 years, bitch!
全ては眠あなたを救うため。
You've been awake for 20 years! Are you fucking insane, lady?
あとはコードを潰すだけ。
Oh, is that Nem's driver I see over there? Is that... Could that pop... Hello. Either that's the ladies or that's Nem's. It's one or the other. What it... The man, the myth, the legend.
コードナンバー0。
セブンはミッションを遂行した。
Uh-oh.
ノックスを抹殺し、ナイトメアの脅威も止めた。
もし彼をコントロールできなくなったら。
Oh god, Zero, don't say what you're about to say.
その時はその時。処理するより他ない。
Oh god, I'm suddenly very uncomfortable. Zero, come on, man. You were cool when we started. Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't slip into madness.
その後どうですか？ お兄さんは
仕事の使命感にとらわれて人が変わったみたいになってしまって、きっとバクは私たちの暮らしを必死に守ろうと。
そんな彼を見て南さんはどう感じた？
正直怖かったです。夢と現実の境目がなくなってしまっているんじゃないか。
Why do I feel like this bitch is about to do something? I'm like on an emotional fucking. I don't know. I'm like emotionally like. I don't know what's. I'm like there's a emotional maelstrom going on in my head.
でももうあなたたちは十分頑張ったわ。彼の目を覚ましてあげて。普通の青年に戻るために。
はい。
What is your plan, motherfucker? What is your plan? I don't understand your fucking motives. I'm baffled here.
正直釈然としません。聞いたこともないコードって組織が我々公安よりも権限が上って。
小高をやった人間が目の前にいるのに捕まえることもできない。この気持ちがわかるか？
小高は平和を脅かす存在だった。
始末する必要があったのか？
誰かがやらなきゃ悪夢の被害は終わらないだろう。
あなたたちコードって正しいの？クレハは殉職して駒のように組織から見捨てられたんですよ。
ああ。だからこそ覚悟を決めるしかない。
He's emotionally shut off.
変わったな。
本当。お兄ちゃんの心はどこにあるの？悪夢みたいな目に何度あっても人助けしちゃうバカはどこに行ったの？
もうお前の兄じゃない。
本気で言ってる？
ああ。
Slap him! Oh, right in the gut.
それでエージェントの俺イケてるとか思ってんなら大間違いだよ。もうやめよう。これ以上その手を汚さないで。
誰かがやらなきゃいけないんだ。
バカじゃなくたっていいでしょ。
Your next mission. Call number 7.
Wait, what? Oh, snap! Headquarters! I'm getting like, God, what was it called? The organization from Blade. I'm getting those vibes.
Eradicate the nightmares.
Okay, shit's just getting worse and worse, man.
現拠点の位置情報は転送済みだ。
俺は俺自身に指令を下す。俺が決めたミッションを。
Uh-oh. That was not the right answer.
今度は何をする気？
ファインネム。それだけだ。
また誰かを始末する気か？バク！
Yeah, he's gone, man. He's gone. He's too. I don't want to say he's too far gone, but he's drowning in this persona. He's created this persona's taken over. The real Baku's long gone, baby. Gonna take a miracle to fucking bring him back. Why do you keep using the power-up that's going to hurt you? Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if Catastrum itself is the one that's like repressing his... What? Oh. Oh no, he's gonna do something much worse. This is gonna keep happening and happening. Wait, is that a repeat?
どうしてここに？これしか方法はないの？
ない。
Okay.
あなたが願う美しい世界って何？
誰にも縛られない自由。命がありのままに生きられる世界よ。さあ、ここは危ないから。
誰か助けて！お願い。
He's gonna walk. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna walk away.
Zero. 悪いことばかりではないようだな。
Oh God, this is the. Damn it.
それだけはおかしいわけじゃないのかも。誰だって夢を抱いてもがいて変わっていく。
Closed room brawl.
ただ彼の思いがあまりにも強すぎただけで。
Wait, didn't he face you already? This some fuck shit, man.
こんなの間違ってる。
悪い子ね。コードが存在する限りあなたに未来はない。
どうしてナイトメアの力で生まれた私にそこまでする必要なんて。
私が産んだ。
A scorned mother.
あなたは私の命だから守るの。
Not that one again.
ファインネム。ようやく見つけた。
セブン。
バクさん。その後。おかげいかがですか？
カウンセラー。あんたがナイトメアを手引きしたのか。メモをさらったのも。
妹は役立たずね。
南に何をした？頑張るだ。
美しい世界を叶えましょう。
Oh jeez. This, okay, shit's getting super real, super fast. Now we know what Nem's deal is. Now, like, both sides are in the wrong place. They're both twisted. They're both evil. It's the lesser of two evils conundrum. What's up, Scruff?
なんで止める？
わかんないよ。わかんない。けど壊さないで。私のお母さんを壊さないで。
Uh-oh.
ネム。
Oh shit! Oh, that's not good.
ナイトメアに心を打った代償ね。ためらえば己が壊れる。かわいそうにここまで高度に踊らされて。
高度はもう関係ない。これは俺の意志だ。
He's doing it for himself!
もう分かってるでしょ。高度の恐ろしさを。
No, that's not gonna work. And she's dead.
Gokuro! おかげで探していたレプリカを見つけた。
離せ！ネムをどうするつもりだ？
君は目覚めてはいけない力に目覚め、壊れてしまった。彼女の計画に乗せられてな。君は用済みだ。
Uh-oh.
偽装。
Lord 3 hath arisen. Oh shit. Oh, we going back to basics, baby. No one can be trusted, man. This is getting heavy as fuck. My man's outplayed right now.
Seven は欠番だ。
Uh-oh. Come on, man. Come on.
Goodbye.
Oh no. Holy fuck. Yeah, the moon, yeah, but wait, what? Hold on. Hold on.
お兄ちゃん
Hold up.
次回仮面ライダー Z。 俺ひどい悪夢を見たんだ。
夢はただの夢ですよ
Everything's playing out again!
コードソムニアだ。俺が果たすべきミッションはただ一つ。
Did they just pull a Geats? Did you really just pull a Geats? What the fuck? You pull... What? What? What the fuck? I... What? What? That's what's bugging me right now. There's so many questions here that I can't even begin to process. Okay. Dane, I don't think you should be happy. God. This has been possibly the biggest roller coaster of emotions and knowledge thrown at us in one shot. Explain to me, someone give me a theory because I'm blanking right now. Explain to me how he's gone through all of this. And yet somehow he dies, goes back to the exact point where he became an agent in time. Like, I need... What? Like, Maybe it's because of a looping dream because of his nightmare. Motherfucker, we gotta go back. Not to this episode, but like to the start of the show in its entirety. Was that portal like a failsafe? What, the one that he got pulled into? As someone dream ends, another world starts. There's just so much to take in there. Nem is a nightmare baby. Let's start with that. Nem is a motherfucking nightmare baby. So, what does that fucking mean? And basically, they've been hiding them away for years. Lord 3 Giso. No, I'm not going to talk about that fucker. He killed our boy. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. We're not talking about that motherfucker. Fuck him. We were hating on this bitch since day one. The minute he showed up, the minute 3 showed up, I'm like, I'm going to hate you. I said that. And guess what he did? Oh, yeah, I hate him even more now. But the problem is now I hate 0. Because guess what? Code is just as shady. Code is the bad guy. Code is the evil organization. Fuck. Man. Our entire perception has been flipped on its head. We've been led to believe that Code was our fucking like the heroes. Fuck that. No, they are the fucking villains. They are the motherfucking they are the big bad, man. And them being a nightmare baby means that that this lady, Agent 2, was in the fucking right to do everything she did. Which makes that even more baffling to me because people died for this. People died. So guess what? Hers was the sacrifice of a few for the protection of Nem. Code is the sacrifice of many. To what end, we still don't know, but it's definitely not a good thing. This bitch, Code 2, was in the fucking right. Code number 1 is not the father. Code 2, think Immaculate Conception, but from a nightmare. Because if you look at the scene where she was asleep, she wasn't pregnant when she started. But in the dream she was pregnant. The nightmare infected her in the dream. It's just that cut came out in real life. That's literally what happened. It doesn't explain why Nox had to die. No, it doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. But now, looking back at it now, it flips on its head because here's the thing. At this point, when he died, 7 was erratic. 7 was out of his goddamn mind. But looking back at everything Nox had been spewing up to this point, that man was in the fucking right. That man was in the fucking right. We have just had both Agent 2 and Nox's entire thing be justified. And now to come to find out that Nem is a nightmare baby and is somewhat not even a real person. She's a replica of a person. And to see them turn on a dime, it tells me, one, they always knew. They always knew. So Nox returns. I don't know. But it seems like something's going on. Right? Something's not right. Right? You pulled a Geats reset, so we're literally retelling the story. No, he beat the bomb nightmare to. Oh wait, he didn't. Well, we didn't see it in the preview, but we didn't see it in the at the ending, but in the preview he clearly had it. So never mind. But that means it's like everyone is alive. Why did he break Baku's body? Why did Catastrophe break Baku's body? Simply put, and she explained it pretty well. Agent 2 spoke it very well. A lot of the Capsims work out of necessity, out of need, right? Basically, in the moment when he needs an ability, he will use it. Basically, he can use it. But the minute he tried to go against what the Klepsum is about, it will hurt him. Catastrum's whole thing was he was going to break everything. Catastrum was going to break everything. The minute Nem says don't break her, overrides his order, overrides the Capsum, and causes him pain. This was like the reverse GoldenEye. Like the entire story felt like GoldenEye up to the point, except at the end, Trevelyan was right, and MI6 was not to be trusted. That's crazy. Like it's mental, the fact that they pulled a reverse GoldenEye. That's crazy. So is Baku going to get a second form from Catastrum? We don't know. I mean, clearly we didn't see anything in the preview. He's still using Catastrum. But the question now resides is, where do we go from here? We've just had the world reset. But it looks like the story is still going to go. So either what he's... So the way I see it... Because here's the thing. Okay, here's how I see it. Right? He's not really dead. Right? I'm going to throw this theory out here. He's not really dead. Like, and the reason I say this... No, hear me out. If we're looking objectively... Because here's the thing. That moon wasn't there until he got shot. When he got shot, he saw the moon. So my guy is not dead. I'd like to believe that Code is got him like in a pod somewhere. Like they've got him locked up. Right? And basically they're forcing him to relive that dream. That's what I think. I genuinely do not think that he's dead. And that the world just reset. Right? Because I think the minute he died, he lost consciousness and he was already seeing the moon in the sky. So ultimately, when he died, he already has started entering the next dream. And I think that kind of ties in with what happened with Nox 5 and 6. Death is an eternal slumber. And I think that's what he's in now. Right? What if he never woke up? I don't think we're going to be approaching that because here's the thing. He's definitely already going to have his powers and stuff. And he's clearly making a break. So I feel like in the preview, by looking at the preview, I think Baku knows where he is. He's cognizant of everything. The world reset, but he kept the knowledge. That's what it was. Right? Because again, why would Zero, if it would just reset all over again, why would Seven like be panicky when he meets Robot Zero again? Why would he be panicky? So that tells me there's a catch to this. The world didn't truly reset. It definitely feels like this is a trick of some kind, or he's going to like find a way to cheat death, right? Because, and hear me out on this, When you die, your brain doesn't stop working, unless, of course, you're brain dead. But if you're just dead, if your whole body shuts down, your brain continues to work in death. Your brain continues to function after you die. It's proven. So, in his death, he's still having dreams. He's trapped in the dreams now. So ultimately, what they could be doing right now is that they're not going to leave him there, right? That's why I feel like they put him in a pod or something they put him in a pod, basically. Like, think of it like the intro to Fallout 4, where everyone is like unknowingly put in the cryogenic pods, right? It's kind of like that, only the difference is when your spouse gets shot in the intro, like they're dead. Like even though they like shoot him and then close it again, it's not stopping death by any means. Like because if it did, there would actually be a mission in the game where you could revive her, but there isn't. There are mods that do that, but in the canon, there's no way to revive your spouse, right? But the thing is though you could, if they had locked her down, if they locked them down fast enough, and then gotten like a doctor to like take care of it, they could have easily stopped more damage from being done, right? But obviously they never included that in the game. But this is kind of like that. So if they get Baku in like some sort of pod that like preserves his body and just traps him in those dreams, basically they're counting us a thing. And Zero knows something about 7 in particular, right? There's something there. But I'd like to put my money down on that he's not truly dead, right? Because remember what happened? This is not the first time that Baku's heart stopped beating. It's not the first time. This is very much, I feel like this is a Forze situation. That's what I feel like. This is a Forze situation. Because y'all remember in Forze, Gentaro fucking died. And then when he came back, Cosmic States. So, I don't know if this is how he triumphs over Catastrum. Because clearly he's going to get Orderium at some point. Because, I mean, it's in the toys. So, there's going to be something that happens there. But we can't jump too far ahead because we don't know what's going on right now. Right? For all intents and purposes, my man, his heart stopped because he was shot. But he wasn't shot through the heart. That's the big thing. Because they made it a point to show the heartbeat. My man's was not shot in the heart. If anything, he's probably just bleeding out right now. I don't think he's truly dead. Right? That world restart doesn't feel right. Because clearly Seven's going to find his way back to the reality that he was killed in. He's going to find his way back there. So he's going to find his way back. That's a non-given there. That's a given. That lady is smart enough to make a driver, but I don't think she would make one for Nem because she's trying to protect Nem. That's the whole thing. I don't think she would willingly put Nem in harm's way. So, and I just realized what this means. The fact that we learned that she's a Nightmare replica, that's our... Y'all know that when it's a Takahashi joint, there's always got to be a female Deus Ex Machina. Like every time. With X8, it was Poppy People Papa. With Geets, I think it was the DRG chick, the one in the... I don't even know she had a name. And now, Nem is the Deus Ex Machina, but now we know what the Deus Ex Machina is. She is a being that is in the middle. She is a being that exists in the dream world and the real world because she is half nightmare, half human. Ultimately, she doesn't have the same powers that Seven does in terms of lucid dreaming. She literally exists in a dream and a physical state. So ultimately, this is the Deus Ex. She is pretty much, just from knowing that, she is the bridge between worlds. Nem is the bridge between worlds. So now I think it's safe to say She can't become a Kamen Rider, at least not here. She's too instrumental to the story now because she is what is going to be in the balance now. She is the one that's going to be hanging in the balance. What do you do with this information? And I don't know. If any, we're just here to speculate. It's like this is me shooting information out because this is just a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. And there's so much like to piece together. There's so much to piece together that we can't even begin to comprehend what all of this fucking means. Like there's so much happening here that outro just threw everyone for a goddamn loop. Not to mention there's still so many questions. Like, does he already have all of this? Like, we could see that he's still gonna have catastrophe. Like, what happens there, right? Like, and even if it is true that he died and the world restarted, like, what is the point of that? And if we're looking at the portal in the way we're looking at it now, that could have been the way the world that was like a reset point. What are we doing with this? What does it mean? Like, what does it mean? I have so many questions. 28th of March, I'm getting a ZEZTZ, suppose, an early birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Dane. Hope you have a good one, man. Hope you have a good birthday. But, like, there's just so much to take in with all of this, right? But even if we're not trying to speculate what's going to happen with the restart, overall, what does the restart mean? What does it all mean? Like, I don't think that was a Nem thing. Nem wouldn't have known how to do that. Because she's already being dragged away. She's being dragged the. 30th of March. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, on the 28th of March. Okay, I got you. God, I'm just trying to freaking. Yeah, like if you look throughout that entire fight scene, the moon ain't there until he gets shot. Like I'm looking at it again. They've already gotten back to that episode again. That moon is not there until he gets shot. The minute he gets shot, the camera tilts up and the moon is there. It wasn't there before. No, she's like already not in the scene at this point. She's gone. She's gone. That moon does not show up until he gets shot. So ultimately, like, it kind of lends itself to. How do I put this? Not to mention, there's more scars on him, I think. Again, I'd have to look back at that episode. But he just wakes up. And, like, everything restarts. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what does he mean? Yeah, again, he still has Catastrum even when the world was restarted. So yeah, and not to mention Agent 5 is there. So is this a death? So this could be a death dream. I'm gonna throw something wild out here. Yeah, they're there. So either they're fast forwarding the first they're fast forwarding the 24 episodes, or I don't know, but like it looks like they're there like right outside the hospital. They know, so it tells me this is a nightmare that is triggered upon death. So in order for ZETZ to come back, for Baku to come back, for Seven to come back, he's going to cheat death. I mean, he's been cheating death a couple times before, but now truly he will cheat death. I think 6 was there, but I didn't see her. Because clearly 5 is there, so that means 6 would be there, and Nox would be there. So if this is a dream, if this is like a death state, that means that not only is Baku gonna triumph over it, that means he might bring back 5, 6, and Nox. And the lady, too, possibly. And you know what that means? Big maybe. Big maybe here. Baku starts his own spy agency. He starts his own secret agent agency. Right? And you got 5 and 6 and Nox. I feel like that could be the move because now we know Code is evil. Clearly, he ain't going back to Code. And 5 and 6 also are not going to come back to Code. So what's the next move? Start your own organization. Do what 01 did. Aruto got his company bought out from under him. He just started a new company called Hiden Manufacturing. He started his own damn company. So it's not lost to me that Baku would start his own secret agent agency. It's a definite possibility. Okay, maybe not a definite, but I'm just imagining it. Because again, why would 5, 6, and 6 be back? Why would Nox be back? Why would all these people be back? Because if he comes out of the dream, he's clearly bringing some people with him. Which means that there would need to be something new. Something different. And I feel like that's one of the options. I don't think that's going to be the main option, but I think it is an option. Because right now, we're kind of working with a blank slate now. We are back. We are here now with a reset world. And somehow he's going to get out of there. We don't know if that's going to be the case. We don't know what's going on. But man, that's a lot to take in, right? That is so much to absorb in such a little amount of time to try to understand everything that went down or what's going to go down. There's too many open-ended questions there, right? What does it mean? Right? Because clearly it's not. What does it mean that it all restarted, that it all began again? What does it mean? What's the significance? Is it literally like when you die, you just start life again in another world? But then wouldn't that mean he'd have to be reborn? So there's just so many questions, like so many implications as to what this means. And I can't even begin to like piece it all together. What if Nox went through what Baku went through? I wouldn't be surprised. Hell, if they all retain their memories on death. Actually, you know what? If they do retain our memories, that would explain why 5's looking for him. Because for what we know, in his mind, in 5's mind, Baku defied Code. He's a traitor to Code. So that's probably why he's looking for him. So is Nox a good guy now? By comparison. Because regardless on an Agent 2 and Nox being in the right, the way they went about doing it was no. Nope. That was not the best idea. right? Because it ultimately this bitch ended up being as bad as Code is, because guess what she ended up doing? Sacrificing innocent lives. That's what she ended up doing. So it's the lesser of two evils conundrum, right? Nox and 2 were the lesser of two evils, which is wild to say. But man, that's fuck shit, man. That is some fucking shit. Just there's so many implications. And clearly he's going to get back to the main timeline. So it's all a dream, right? That's what I feel like it is. But to be fair, when he woke up, we were in a room, so we couldn't see if the moon was outside. We couldn't see it. But I feel like Nox was not told the whole story. You know what I mean? Right? This is what I think, is that Nox was not told the whole story. Nox just believes from what he experienced, that they left him out to die, that is an evil organization. And him and number 2 share that sentiment, but I don't think 2 ever let Nox in on what her true motivation was. I don't think they ever let that through. So that there's like so many unknowns here, right? If anything, Nox was kind of a pawn, but also not, because again, their beliefs lined up. It was just he was not informed of the Nem aspect. For all he knew, Nem was a drifter, was a dream drifter of some sort. Like, she just kept showing up everywhere. But it also it also begs the question: why did Nem have the ability to show up in everyone's dreams? Why did she have that ability? What's code number 1? Code Ichi? I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's going to be the odd man out in this, right? And there's something that's bothering me. There's something that's like bugging me. All that stuff that Zero said at the start of the show. Did he mean all that shit? Because I feel like there's this weird thing. Like, Dane, you said it earlier, and I'm actually starting to believe it. What if, like, Robot Zero and Human Zero were actually two separate entities? Right? What if the robot said he was remotely controlled, but he actually, again, he had the copy of Zero's memory in it. But what if the robot subroutines caused the robot to develop a consciousness? And he truly believed in ZETZ to do the right thing. Right? What if the robot truly believed in Zero, but since the beginning, actual Zero just never... No, he's obviously not a human gear. He's not human shaped. He's motorcycle shaped. But he might have developed his own consciousness and thought he was leading 7 away from the evil that is Code. Right? What if that's the case? That the robot Zero actually had more of a conscience than actual Zero. And the robot Zero truly believed in him. It's a long shot. But maybe? Because there's something weird that's bothering me. The way Zero carried himself is not the same way we saw him right there in this episode. To us, Zero is a cold, calculated, unfeeling motherfucker. He had no love loss for Seven. So then why did he like believe in him at the start? What happened? So to me, this juxtaposition of Zero's character leads me to believe that quite possibly the robot and the human were actually two separate things. It leads me to believe that the robot also knew that shit was going on. Again, this is me like pulling out of my, this is an ass pull if you've ever seen one. But it definitely feels like, it definitely gives the feeling that there's more to this. And in order for us to understand, we need to look back. So I'm literally trying to piece together everything that's happened so far, trying to look back on everything that we've experienced and trying to like find an answer to everything. No, I wouldn't say he has dissociative identity disorder. I'm just saying that remember the gem that Zero that Nox pulled out of Zero's robot body? He literally said at one point that all they had were the memories of Zero, not Zero's mind itself. Now imagine putting his memory exactly. Now imagine putting that memory inside a robot and it achieves some level of sentience. Right? So the robot Zero might be a completely different beast than real Zero. And that's what's absolutely like getting me right now. That's what's absolutely hitting me right now. Because again, all of this feels weird in how it's executing itself now. Looking back at all of it, from the portal where Baku got pulled in the first time, to the memory code, to pretty much Nox's MO, and then it all comes back to the ZETZ driver. Because again, even looking at Nox's backstory, why do all the previous agents have Lord Invokers, yet for some reason, Seven has ZETZ? You know, like, there's so many questions that we don't have the answers to. We've been going for 24 episodes, 25 next week. We're going to be at the halfway point, and we still don't have answers to a lot of these things. To the point where I don't even know what the question, because now the questions are not coming from the future. We pretty much have definitive answers as to what code is, what's going on. We now know they're the big bad. But now it leaves so many unanswered questions from the past that we're probably not going to get the answers to right away. But like, we need answers to everything. Why is his driver different from all the other drivers that are invokers? Why is he the one with the belt that does everything? Why is he with the advanced system? Why was he trusted with this? The end game now is so much unclear now that everything has been spun on its head that I don't even know how to decipher it all. Just by changing the dynamic and suddenly making Code the bad guys, and then making Nox too, making both of them in the right, making them the good guys by comparison, mind you. Like, what does it all mean in the grand scheme of things? What does it mean? What does it all mean, man? And I'm sitting here just overwhelmed by everything. Why was Nightmares created? If we had to guess, I mean, here's the thing. There's no one denying that nightmares have always existed. But why do they exist in the monster forms that they exist now? Nightmares were literally bad dreams. So why are they manifesting like that and spreading? And clearly 2 doesn't know it all. She just figured out how to control them. But again, because their whole thing was using nightmares as tools. But why? You know? What's the big dealio here? And even if we're looking at this objectively, if number 2 could make Knox a driver, why was Knox so intent on getting back his old invoker belt? Why? If she could have done that anytime, why did she wait until he woke up? Clearly she knew where he was. Clearly she had gotten in contact with him in some way, because clearly he went looking for her. So then why did they not just do that from the rip? Why did she not do that? Why did she not do that from the rip? Why was he forced to get his invoker belt back? Again, so many questions left unanswered. That now that we're looking back, now with this height, with this ultimately this No, I think the invoker has different ranks. Right? But it still doesn't answer the question. Like, we didn't even think about that before. But now that we're all like suddenly looking back and reanalyzing things, why did he need the invoker? If this bitch could have made, I even shouldn't call her a bitch because it turns out she seems to be in the right. No, Scruffin, I did actually have that theory. I did say that I think Robot Zero and Human Zero were different because the memory code might have gained some sort of sentience and realized that shit was fucked. That's what I feel like it is. But again, why did this bitch not make him a belt when everything started? No, it was a memory code. Yeah, we touched on that already. I had that same theory that Robot Zero and Human Zero are two separate entities. That, yeah, it's a copy of Zero's memories in the robot, but if you add that in with robot programming and anything, literally, if you add that in, that the code might have like taken over and caused the robot to think differently. To be fair, for all we know, that his belt was the invoker system, but the robot possibly made upgrades to it, and that's how it became the ZETZ belt. You know? Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But my God, from beginning to end, we were given so much in one episode. He did all of this. We got all of this told to us in the span of an episode. The apex, the climax of the story with now unknown implications going forward. So many unanswered questions from the past, and now we're looking at a Geets scenario. We're looking at a Gozuju scenario. We're looking at a world reset, but maybe not really. Like, there's so many things that are that we can't even begin to fathom what's going on. But all we know for sure is that clearly, at the end of this all, Baku is going to fight Zero. I truly believe this. The end battle at the end of the series is going to be Baku versus Zero. I genuinely believe this with every inch of my being. At the end of it all, Zero is going to be the big bad. And why would he need to face Zero? To get back Nem. And that's how you get that happy ending, baby. So ultimately, that's where we are right now. There's still so much we got to process. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you guys think is going to happen. That the Nox driver wasn't ready. It's a possibility. But like so many unanswered questions. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you're watching this on the VOD, or if you're watching it live, when the VOD goes live, let me know your theories in the comments, because there's so many theories that are coming out of this that I can't even begin to land on a concrete one. I am so baffled. I am so, like, overwhelmed with everything that went down that I don't even, like, know where to begin to kind of dissect everything. Man, it's been it's been a hell of an episode, man. The Shadow Nightmare actually no, that could be right. Because if the Shadow Nightmare was basically, I guess it's kind of like the reverse of what happened with ZEZTZ, where he got the belt in a dream and then he had it in the real life. Maybe Nox just couldn't do that, and he had to get the belt in real life to have it in the dream. You know? Maybe. Something like that. I do not know. But that's pretty much going to do it for tonight, folks. This has been... It was a hell of a whirlwind episode. And just having your conceptions about everything thrown out the goddamn window. Just having your perceptions just altered in the space of an episode is nothing short of the best fucking writing I've ever witnessed. But Captain, we are in episode 24. And we're going into episode 25 next week. So, yeah, what a way to mark a halfway point in the series. What a way to mark a halfway point. Out of the frying pan into the fire, now with just big question marks about the lore at large. Big question marks about the story at large, and I can't even begin to piece together. Also, new opening song. Oh, there was a new song? I didn't hear it. I had to have it muted for the stream. Well, on that note, folks, let's go ahead and start wrapping things up here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan, because while things are heating up over here, things are heating up over there too, man. Like, the show's just started, and things are already looking promising for that series. So I hope you guys will tune in tomorrow for the show. According to the new... Oh, okay, so with this world restart, we're getting a new OP. Okay, that tracks. I mean, with everything that changed, they got to redo the intro. It makes sense. So yeah, let me go ahead and start winding down here, folks. I hope y'all genuinely had fun. It is always such a pleasure. Always such a pleasure to do these streams, y'all. I love doing these things because I always love getting to talk to y'all. And we get to, like, fan out over what we just watched. I love that. It's why I do this show.
Here's a group of
So I want you guys to, like, absolutely, like, keep coming in every week. Let people know. Let people know about us talking about the greatness that is Kamen Rider ZEZTZ. Let people know. Let's get a community going here, guys. Let's get a community here going. So by all means, please, let them know. All right, just going to set this up over here. Oops. That was a typo. Until then, well, let me go ahead. Twitch side, I'm going to set up the raid. YouTube, ain't got to worry about it. All right, with that being said, guys, I will see you all tomorrow for the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan. Until then, I am, of course, your host with the most, The mercenary with the kicks coming to you from 2286, call sign Henshin, making sure to remind you that the future is yours and yours alone to conquer. Conquer it by any means necessary. I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, for the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan. Until then, peace out.